Okay, I'm going to teach you a shorter way using a device to solve a system. So you can actually use what's called a matrix, plural of that is matrices, to solve for x and y. But first, I want to show you what your calculator is doing when it does it for you. So hear me now, we are going to do it calculator way. So this may seem confusing, but I just want to show you what they're doing. I would never ask you to do this by hand, okay? So to write this as an augmented matrix, I'm going to take the coefficient of each number. So 3 and then -2 and then 25 for the first row, and then 2, 5, and 4 for the second row. So we call this a 2 by 3 matrix, okay? And we are going to manipulate this so that at the end, our goal is to have something that says 1, 0 and some number, and then 0, 1 and some number. And it's going to mean x equals and y equals, okay? So yes, you can absolutely solve this using elimination, like we did in the previous unit, but I'm just adding a tool to your toolbox. So first thing I'm going to do is multiply row 1 by 2. So I'm going to double everything in row 1. So I'll get 6, -4, and 50. And then in row 2, I'm going to multiply by 3. So I get 6, 15, and 12. So you'll notice that our first column there is getting closer to looking like something we can eliminate. So I'm going to then in the next one do row 1 minus row 2. Again, if this is a little confusing, it's okay. Don't panic on me. I'm just showing you what your calculator is doing for you so that you can be more thankful for your calculator. Okay, so row 1 minus row 2 here gives me 0. -4 minus 15 gives me -19. And 50 minus 12 gives me 38. And then in row 2, I'm going to go back and divide all of that by 3. I know I multiplied it, but now I'm going to divide it back down to simplify it a little bit so that I have 2, 5, and 4. All right. Then I can multiply divide row 1 by -19. So that's 0, 1, -2. Okay. I'm just going to bring 2, 5, and 4 down. I'm not going to do anything yet. All right. Now I'm going to multiply row 1 by -5 so that I get 0, -5, -10, and then bring this row down again. Seems crazy, I know, and it definitely seems like a long way. It's not the way that I would choose to do this, and thank goodness for a calculator. Okay, so my next step, and I swear I'm almost there, I'm going to divide by -5 again. So divide by -5. And then, oh, this should have been positive, so that one should be negative. I knew something was wrong there if you heard my hesitation. All right, and then 2, and then I'm going to add these rows. So I get 2, I get 0, and I get 14. This row is all even, so I can divide it by 2. And now I have it how I want it except reverse, and it is always okay to flip it. So 107 on the top, 0, 1, negative 2 on the bottom. Now notice that is how I wanted it to look. So what I wrote over here in the beginning, what I want it to look like. And what this means is that 1x plus 0y equals 7, and that 0x plus 1y equals negative 2. So I have found the solution to be 7, negative 2. And this is called row reduced echelon form. Watch the next video that will be much quicker on how to just type it in your calculator.